reached out, and I opened the door handle. I pulled the door just a little bit, and I looked through to see if anybody was awake. It was all dark in the hallway. So I carefully opened the door, just a little bit more at a time, because the hinges on the door, they'd make a sound. They'd go, but if I did it just slow enough, it would be quiet. So I opened the door just as much as I could, so that I could just slip through. Now I wasn't wearing shoes or socks, it was carpet. I could go on the carpet very quietly. And I stuck out, and I looked this way, and I looked that way, and everybody was sleeping. I thought, I'm good. So I stepped out, and I walked along the wall. Yeah, I walked along the wall, all the way to the stairs at the front of the house. I looked, and I listened. Everybody was sleeping. Maybe I could hear my dad's TV in the bedroom, because he maybe fell asleep watching the news or something, but the door was closed. So I walked down the stairs to the front door of the house. I turned the lock. And I locked it. And I did a little lock. I opened the door. I thought I heard something, but it was nothing. So I pulled the door open. But this one always made sound. It was cold outside. And I looked up and I could see the moon and the stars. And the wind was blowing just like tonight. It was a little bit cold. A little bit scary outside on the street in front of my house. There's one street light down the road. That's the only street light on the whole street. And it was flickering. So sometimes there was light. Sometimes there wasn't light. And as I stepped out onto the road, out the front door towards the road, I shut the door behind me. Now I was outside all by myself. Everybody was sleeping inside. The whole street was quiet. I didn't know if I was alone or not. Someone could be watching me. But nevertheless, I thought, I'm going to go out and walk tonight. I looked around and I saw, I had sandals sitting beside the door, so I quickly put my sandals on and I started to carefully walk down the driveway on the gravel. The gravel driveway. My feet were so quiet because it was dark. The sound of the gravel on my feet was so loud, I thought everybody could hear it. It stopped and listened. Got all the way to the end of the driveway. And I turned and looked back. I could see my house on the moonlight. I could see the windows on the house and the front door. I could see a little bit of a light inside somewhere, coming from something inside, a lamp or a TV maybe, inside. And I went like this. And I could see my breath. It's quite cold outside. Right at the end of our driveway there was hedges, these bushes there. On one side and the other. So I had to walk on the driveway all the way up to the sidewalk. And these two bushes right there. And we got closer and closer to the street. It's street light down the way, flickering. Golden light going off and on. It was making it very hard to see. And as I walked out to the sidewalk, I heard something in the bushes. And I went, what could this be? There's something in the bushes, I thought. Well, maybe it's just my imagination playing tricks on me because I was so scared already. And maybe it was something else. Maybe it was something terrifying. Now I was listening, trying to hold my breath so I could hear every little sound that I heard. I would look see what it was. As I walked out towards the bush, there was no turning back now. I could either go back in the house and go to bed, or I could go for the walk that I was going to go on. I walked a little further towards the edge of the driveway. I heard something again. I thought, don't move. I held my breath. I can hear breathing. I can hear. And I didn't even know what it was. I couldn't tell what it was. I didn't know if it was a person, or a bear, or something worse. Then I heard something was smelling the air.
What was it?
So I walked a little closer because I had to see what it was. I walked just out to the street. And I was,
What actually was it?
I'm just making it up, buddy.
Well, what's the real story?